Hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Samantha. This is the Budget Mum UK and this is January, my first setting up of my system for January. So I'm going to be setting my own goals. I'm going to be setting my targets. I'm going to be having a look at my first week cash stuffing. I'm going to be looking at my income for January. All those things are going on. You'll probably get this maybe a couple of days into January, and the reason for that is if you're watching this video, the odds are you've seen several other videos like this already and you're thinking, is this for me? Am I too late? Have I already missed the start point? No, you've not, okay? I want you to know that you can start this at any time. I know how nerve-wracking it can be if you're brand new to this and you've got to now sit down and look at your numbers and look at your debts, possibly open those letters if you're one of those people who throw the letters to one side. It can be intimidating, it can be, nerve-wracking, effectively. But my point is, it's not too late to start now. It doesn't matter what day it is. When I started this channel, I kept putting it off and thinking, I'll start it here and I'll start it then. And when I finally did, I think my first video came out, it was like the 4th of August. It wasn't the 1st, it wasn't before August. It was, after the month had started, and I just thought to myself, if I don't do this right now, am I ever going to do it? And that's the key, really. It's just having that, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Because if I hadn't started that first video, if I hadn't done this when I did it, I would not be in the position that I'm really lucky to be in right now. So this is your sign. Just, you've probably watched quite a few of these videos and you're thinking, can I do it? Can I do it? Yes, you can. You can. And if you've already started, then well done you. And this is fantastic because you're in the right place. You've got the good community. You've got the support of everyone here. And you've got my support. I am rooting for you. I know you can do this. We've got this and we're going to do it together. So yeah, I've got all those things coming up in this video. I'm going to change the angle in a minute so we can have a look at everything. But yeah, I'm excited to do this with you. Let's get stuck in. So this is what I'm going to be using this year. Now, this is my prototype because I wanted to create a savings book, let's effectively, but I'm one of those who I need everything ordered and meticulous, and I need to know where everything's going to be and organised. So when I designed all the sheets and the pages, I put it together as a prototype, and I just thought, well, I might as well use this while here, otherwise it's waste not, want not, and all that sort of mindset. So just quickly, I'll go through some of the pages with you and then I'll just talk about the rest. But this is going to be my financial goals, so what I plan on doing. And some of these are going to be very similar from last year. Some of the short-term goals are obviously going to be new, but like some of these longer ones are going to be different, or some of them will be the same, sorry. And then I've got my annual sinking funds, and I'll talk to you about those because I've got a different video which you'll probably have got just before this video if I plan it right. And then because I was rubbish as well, like just keeping on top of it, and I want to just be really pernickety. I've got a video coming out on Wednesday talking to you about how I plan on saving £10,000 this year, and part of that is being right on the ball and making sure all of this is up to date. So I'm hoping that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do the book, was because then I know everything's here. Do you know, I'm not going to lose anything, I'm not going to forget, and when I come to do my cash stuff every week, it's already here. Then we've got yearly overview, so that'll just look at where everything's gone and my expenses, because that was something else I wasn't very good at, was managing to, I would occasionally do my, my reflection on each week, but I just need to be more on it. Then my favourite one, which is my savings and my debt balance. I'm going to fill those in a moment so we can see where we're starting at for those. Then I've got side hustle and the income. I've just set this up at the moment with Etsy, YouTube and Amazon. This is for the prototype, but these will obviously be left blank in case people wanted to fill in their own. And then I've got space here for you to note all your different side hustles and where you're getting extra money from. So whether that's just like buying and selling stuff, or whether it's actually, you've got a physical shop or whatever it might be that you do, or whether you do stuff on TikTok, I don't know. But I might well change mine yet. I haven't. Yeah, I've got other things. I've got other things that I need to include on there, but I'm just mindful of putting down too much. And then I wanted to start off each month with sort of a positive, well-being kind of motivational post or things like that. And then just to start off each month, you've got your month calendar there in front of you, so that'll help you plan. And then it goes into the weekly, the trackers, the budget. So I've already pre-populated mine because I know what mine is, at least for January anyway. And then it goes in, it's just got everything here handy. There's some savings challenges in the actual final booklet as well, and like the penny saving challenge, loads of different things on there. So I'm excited for that. I wasn't umming and ahhing about whether to put it into the shop or not, whether to just keep it for me. If you think it's something that I should put in the shop, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to do my own for me. So let's go through this. Financial goals. Right, so I've given myself this goal for the year of saving £10,000, and I think it's quite doable. Once you see the video and I explain how you can do it yourself, I think you'll go along with me. So it sounds like a lot to do, but because I know I'm so close to paying off my debt, I just think it's doable. Save £10,000, and that's £10,000 total. So date I'm setting this is today, which is the 31st of the 12th, 2022. And then once it's completed, I'll put that date in there. Another short-term goal that I want to do is to have a no spend, and that's sort of going to link into this, a no spend or a low spend. And again, I've got a video coming out on that you'll be able to watch to see how I plan on doing that and what it is that will entail and how I'm going to make that mindful sort of lifestyle, really. So physically, it's not going to be a physical amount, it's going to be nothing, but I've set myself this for the 31st of the 12th, 22, but it's just to have it there and to be mindful of it, really. And hopefully that date should say 31st of 12th, 2023. Now, my medium-term goals, I'd love to be able to pay off my car. I would like to get a deposit for a house. And once upon a time, that would have been a long-term goal, you know, but I might be able to pay off the house. That might be a long-term goal. And then, so be mortgage-free would be great. Because right now I'm mortgage-free, but it's because I pay rent instead. And I don't know the amount because I don't know what house I'll get or, you know, what that would look like. So, the car, I don't even know how much is left on the car because I just pay it every month. I think it's next November. I get to choose to either give the car back, because I'll have had it 3 years then, give the car back or like pay the rest off. So that'll be, so let's do November. Oh gosh, I don't know why I was writing that there because I don't know what the rest is. No, I'll come back to that. I'll need to find that amount out to see how much it is. I don't know. And so the deposit for the house, I don't know that either. Let's just say 15,000. And the reason I want to say this 10,000 is because I'm hoping that's going to feed into one of these and make that decision for me. So we'll see how we get on with that, to be fair. And then just mortgage free. So it's just, you know, things to have in the back of your head. And a lot of it's like manifestation. I really do believe in the manifestation of things. If you think it's there in your mind, it's going to happen for you. So my sinking funds. So if you just watched my latest video on that, then you'll see I've got 8 new annual sinking funds. So we've got Christmas, which I'm starting ASAP. We've got Holly and Alex, that's the children. And then I've got London, because I'm doing the London Marathon. So that one will actually be finished April time, but then I'll switch up and make something else. I've got Holly's birthday, which I would love to go to New York for. That again would be 2024. I want to do some more UK sightseeing, love to see around more of the UK. I've just got my car itself because obviously I've got maintenance and insurance and tax and everything else. And then there's my studio upgrade with all my equipment and gear and everything else. Oh, I wouldn't know how to spell upgrade. So the goal for each of these, the Christmas, I did Christmas on such a low budget this year, it was great. But I'd love to be able to say, do you know what, I've put £1,000 to one side, and if I don't hit it, I'll get very close to it, or if I go over that and I don't spend it, I can redistribute. I'd love to get these ones to 1,000. They're already at 500, so that's quite doable. London, because I need to take into account staying over and transport and food and anything else I'm going to go for 700 here. It's not cheap to stay in London. Holly for New York. Do you know what? That's going to be quite a chunk of cash. And again, I might use that £10,000 towards this from that personal challenge that I've given myself. But let's go for 5. I don't know. Flights are more than anything else. But UK travel, I don't know, maybe 1,000 in there just to... And that, obviously, in the car, like I said, I need to fill that one in. But for the car, it's just going to be the insurance, tax. So let's go for 1,000 just in case. Get 1,000 in there. And then the studio upgrade, that could do probably about £500 in there. So they're all going to be set today. And then as I achieve them, I can go through those. So these ones, the way this one will work is for each of these. So tracker 1, fund 1 is the same. And then I'll put in what I've started with. And every time I put something in it for each week, then that'll be great. And we'll see where we end up with. And then it's sort of like a rolling total of all of them. So I'll go through those at some point. So this is my yearly overview. So it's to do with how much at the end of each month I'll be completing this, so I can start to see if there's a trend, or whether that changes, or whether that adapts as I go through. So that's helping me sort of be more mindful of my spending, or lack of spending, I'm hoping. This bit I really want to do. So I'm just going to grab the ones from last year. I've got my debt and my savings, so I can see where they were. So it's going to help me set this up now. So let's go with no, let's just do this one here. So when I look at my savings, it's at 2373. So that is my starting point. 2373. Now I was going to fill in there, but I'm not going to until the end of January, so I know where I'm up to. I was getting ahead of myself there. But I can fill in this bit here. So if I've got 2373 and I just need to come up with my own breakdown basically. So if I start this one at 2,000 here, and then just going to be a bit more, I mean, I've got to think, probably back at those, you know, 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10, 11 and a bit. So I've put these in increments of 500. You know, I can always add another one over the top if I get that far ahead. So that's that one. And like last time I saved in increments of 250, but look, again, it's that mindset thing, isn't it? Like if you give yourself these goals, you've got something to keep looking at and aiming for. So that's my plan. Now the debt one, I'm starting with 1,030 £30. Actually, I need, just remembered, because on my last video, I missed £15 off this. So I had another 15, so that's actually 88, 2388. Oh, good start already. Yeah, so my debt was 1,030. And that, I'm just excited to do, and I'm just thinking, how can I break that? I'm going to see what happens in January, see how much I'll get to pay off. I might not even need to do much of this one. That'll be great. So let's have a look at the next bit. So again, I can't fill this in at the moment because I've got to wait for January to be done. But we can look at our calendar for January coming up. So this is January. And I can quickly fill this in and speed you up. Right, so that's my January goal of the month, because I'm giving myself a no spend month. I know I'm giving myself a no spend or a low spend year, but I feel like if I can get through January, sort of setting the precedent. So that's one of my main goals. Another goal would be make sure just stay focused on my food planning. sometimes I feel like it's got out of the control over December with Christmas and everything else. So that's that one. And then let's have a look at what I've got coming up in January. Now, I don't think I've got a great deal, but I'll pop down what I have got. So on the Monday, Alex has got a party with a friend. I thought it was on the Sunday until they texted me the other day. From nursery. I've already got presents that I'll be able to use for that, so that's fine. Just need to get a card and be mindful of that. Then on Friday, I've got a nail appointment for me. So I won't forget that, which I'm very good at doing. And then I think, let's see, I'm back to work on the Tuesday, but only in the morning. It's the inset morning. And then Holly is back to school. So just need to make sure everything's ready for her. I think she might need some new tights for school. Other than that, I think we're sort of set. That's really it. But as I go through the month, I know things are coming. Oh, I do know. I have got something here, actually. Out with Mum. So she wanted to go out here. That's fine. So that's okay. We'll do that. And then, yeah, that's it, I think, so far. But yeah, I'll just add to it as we go through. It just helps me to plan for when I come to do my weekly budget. So this is going to be pay period week 1. My income is 1,800, child benefit is 145, the total is 1,945. And then these are all my expenses. A couple of changes. I've got taken the gym off of there, that's no longer on. And children's club, sorry, has come down because they've stopped doing the swimming lessons, which I'm kind of gutted about. I don't know why, to be honest. So I've got to wait till he's 3 before I can get that back in again. And then this is my share of bills. It leaves me with 83475 once those are all paid. And that is split 208.69. Now, on Wednesday, I've got my video about how I plan on saving this £10,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start that from next week, because I don't want to do any spoilers, but I'm just going to stuff my envelopes as I see fit based on this, and then I can sort of put some into that debt this week rather than towards the savings, if that makes sense. So time for me is already quite full. That's okay. We're going to put 10 in it anyway. Groceries, I've got a low spend grocery plan I've just done for you to watch for next week. And then, so that's, I'm going to go with 50. Petrol, I've hardly spent any petrol. It's been great. I haven't gone anywhere in the car, so I've still got well more than half a tank. But just to be on the safe side, let's put 10 in it, just so in case I've got a tighter week next week or whatever. Beauty will need a bit more because I've got my nails to be done. I'll put 20 in it. Eating out, don't plan on eating out. I'm going to go with a load of, planning and stuff, but I will put 10 in it so it can accrue. And Holly and Alex can both get 10 into theirs as well. So that's 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 120. There we are. Which leaves a changeover of, grab that, 208, 569, take 120, leave me with 88.69. Now, that wouldn't be enough for my, that wouldn't be enough for my personal weekly challenge to get towards that £10,000 by the end of the year. But then I wouldn't be doing all these. I'm having a massive cull on all of these. Like, this is not going to get that. And eating out is just going to sort of disappear for a while. But I've got lots of other things in mind, and the time for me as well. That's just going to get sort of really, really reined in and reduced. So that's going to go in towards my debt. That's all, only place I'm going to put it for now. I have got things in my big dreams of full. So if I just grab this, and that's going to be like short-term sinking funds. I've got my long-term ones, which I've just talked to you about, but some of these, like bedroom renovation, that's Alexander's long-term, laptop, days out, Holly's school. I just emptied this one recently to do that video that you've seen. I'm not going to be doing them until that debt's gone. That is my own personal plan. So until that happens, that's going to stay empty. I just want to focus. I want to get rid of it now. I want it done. So there we go. 88.69. It's already going to go in that envelope. However, because I'm not going to be pulling that out, it's going to get rounded to 90. so I tend to either round up or round down. I'm going to round up at this time to 210 out. Let's stuff that so I'm sorted for this week. So I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 40, 60, 80, 210 to cash stuff. So I've got to grab the change from my fluid envelopes from what I spent this last week. I have hardly been anywhere. The only place I really went was a surprise birthday party, which was for my sister-in-law, and I drove. So Holly drinks water, lime and soda, bargain, and a tiny amount of groceries. So that's change that I can put into the penny saving challenge. So let's do this then. So that's 90 towards debt. And then I've just got this last bit here for this. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 35. So I could do, let's do 235. And then, oh no, it's not a 5p, it's a dime. 230, oh no. And 230's already gone. Right, do you know what, I'm going to have to put it in and I'll remind myself that I owe it 5p. So if I leave that, that'll remind me. And then I had £2 as well, but £2 already gone. So let's see, what other numbers can I do? I can do 190 and the 10p. There we go. Right, I know it was a long one. I know it's a long one, but you know, just set yourself an hour to one side and you can do this. Delve into everything, look at everything, pull all those numbers out, get yourself a little book. You know, you don't need all these fancy, you can get one, you can get fancy, amazing planners. You can spend a small fortune on these planners, but you know what? I've made it 18 months without one of those planners until today when I've created my own, just because I'm very good at losing stuff. But yeah, I just need a notebook, you know, for £1, £2 from the supermarket, whatever. Get something that you will work with, that you know works for you, and just start now. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It means that the algorithm is loving me because you've done that. And it means that I can still make more videos just like this one for free, the best price. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you really, really soon. Bye.